Hi there. It's election day in Wisconsin. Did you vote? You didn't? Well, why are you watching the stream? Go get in line, go vote. It's important. Come back later. This is just dumb video game stuff. All right. See you in a minute. Shame. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Welcome to Famicom Dojo Live, where this week we're going to play Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Is it even called Legend of Zelda 2? No, it's not. It's not even called The Legend of Zelda 2. It's just Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Like, they are centering Link in this one, which makes sense because it's all about Link. And if you're not so sure about that, well, let me read to you from the handy-dandy instruction booklet here, because, man, there was stuff in here I didn't realize was like a thing. So, like, Ganon's dead, right? And the crest appears on the back of Link's left hand, and Impa, yeah, you see that? So Impa tells him this story about the original Princess Zelda, not the one he saved last game. No, the original, allegedly, who was cast into a deep sleep after she wouldn't reveal the location of the Triforce of Courage. We only saw 2 Triforces in the previous games. There was the one of Wisdom that Zelda had split up, the younger Zelda, not the original Zelda, had split up into the Triforce of Wisdom in 8 pieces, and then Ganon had the Triforce of Power. It's called the Triforce, so you might imply that someone had the Triforce of Courage, maybe Link did, but this makes very explicit that no, he didn't. So here's the original Zelda in a deep sleep. And yeah, so it's pretty much implied that Link is the heir to the kingdom, or at least the heir to the Triforce. And if he gets the Triforce of Courage, he becomes king. Using the 2 Triforce pieces as previous kings had done, and not the third, is part of what led to the Calamity and Ganon appearing and everything like that. So we're doing this today. This image right there is taken right from the second temple, which is what we're going to work on. Because last time that we streamed, I got through the first one just fine, but the second one was kind of a challenge, and my bad, y'all. I screwed up. I missed not 1, but 2 spells that would have been very, very helpful. One of those spells was Shield, and the other spell was Life, which if I had just gone across that bridge, like Miles suggested that I do, the last time we streamed this, I could have had a much easier time. And the hint was in the fact that I didn't, I had like all that magic and I really couldn't use it. I had like no spells at all, which was bad, okay? I didn't have shield. I had jump. Because I needed to get jump to get through. But jump wasn't the one I wanted. So we're gonna go through that today together. Oh, I don't have it here. Shoot. So, also confession time. That reminded me. I played this game after we streamed. I didn't play it on here again, but I grabbed my Nintendo Switch and played it on Switch Online because I just couldn't stop. I love this game so much. It is one of my favorite Zelda games ever, for reasons that aren't even clear to me, because it's legitimately weird and off-putting. But if you know what you're doing, which I didn't last time, but if you know what you're doing, it's actually, I think, quite enjoyable. And I can't put this into the Super Nintendo slot. That's not going to work. Okay. We're playing this in the Retron 5 for those of you who aren't aware. And speaking of the Retron 5, stay tuned to the end of this stream because I got some news about videos this week. But as a little bit of a tease, after I finished playing Zelda 2 on my Switch, I got some Nintendo Switch Online controllers, Famicom controllers, which I didn't use to play Zelda because it would have gone a lot better. Excuse me. Would have gone a lot better, I think, if I had. But in lieu of that, I was using an NES controller last time. We're going to use this Hudson B Famicom controller instead, hooked into the NES port. This works great, as it turns out, as I will detail to you in a video that's releasing this week. So again, stay tuned to the end of the stream here to hear more details. But without further ado, well, maybe a little bit of ado, because I want to see who all's here. Hello, Peter. Hello, Daniel. Ooh, Peter says it's the best Zelda. Yeah. Yeah, man. All right, so without further ado then, to the retro station. Hold on, there's a little bit of ado because there was a pop-up over the buttons I got to push to go to the retro station. So let's try that again. To the retro station! Shame. Okay, so we full on died last time. This is like right where we left off. We're back at the palace, and I also fixed the aspect ratio. It was a little stretched out last time, so sorry everyone. I really should have known better. All right, first thing we're gonna do is get our missing spells. So every town has a spell because there's, let's look at this. I think that's room for 8. There's 8 towns. Actually, while we're talking about it, there's a map in the beginning of this. Near the beginning? At the beginning. Where is it? I had it open and I was even looking at it, pretending to look at it when I started the stream. I saw it. Where is it? Yeah, the whole map's there, y'all. Once it yeah, and each one of those towns is named after, well, what would eventually become one of the 7 stages. So did I say there were 8 towns? Yeah, let's go through this. So there's the North Castle. There's Rauru, which we're going to right now. There's Ruto. So Ruto, is Ruto the name of a sage or is Ruto just the name of a species? I can't remember. There's Saria Town, that you should know that from Ocarina of Time for sure. You should know all of this from Ocarina of Time, really. Mido Town, Rauru, Parappa. So they're not all in here, but y'all, I'm gonna do a video about these manuals and how they presaged future games. Whether deliberately or not. I don't think the town thing was necessarily deliberate, but other things were definitely deliberate. Anyway, enough of me hanging out in this desert. Let's keep moving towards Rauru. Rauru. R-A-U-R-U. How am I supposed to... Rauru. 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 All right. And I'm pretty embarrassed actually about this specific one because was it this door? It must have been a different one. I even mentioned 2 miles in the stream that there are doors you just gotta wait for people to come out of sometimes. You just hang out by them and people leave. Boom, there we go. That's the one I should have waited for. Oh gosh. Talk with my father before you leave town. So I thought it was the bigger one. Maybe that's why I didn't do this, but I totally missed the shield spell, which I didn't need to defeat the first palace, but man, I needed for the second one. This and another one. Jerkon, hello! Hello, Rachel. No, it has not always been like this that you can see the chat. I added this in maybe the last month or so, especially playing these kinds of games, the 4x3 ones. because there's just dead space on the screen otherwise. So, yeah. Let's do this. Boom. All right. This is one of 2 towns where you don't have to do something to earn the spell. This next one's going to be a little... Yeah, okay, so jump I had, and there was even a spot for shield, as we saw earlier. So I should have known, between having no magic I could use effectively and there being a whole flippin' spot on the list that was empty, that I had missed one. And where that was only one of the places I could have gone to get it. So, my bad, y'all. This is also a good point. I should mention that when I first started doing these streams, they were called Pile of Shame Live. Now it's just Sean Plays, which I don't know if he even says that anywhere besides the title. But the reason that changed was because I felt like the Pile of Shame idea was too restrictive for what I wanted to do. I want to play any game that I feel like playing. But Zelda 2 was definitely on that pile. Because I had never beaten it before. Without the aid of a Game Genie. I'm a lot older and wiser now, and I can beat it without a Game Genie, which I did on my Switch. I'm sorry I didn't wait for you all to be there with me when it happened, but then I played the Famicom Disk System version on NSO, and I beat that one too. But that one I did legitimately. Like, there's still save states and stuff that you can use here, right? So like, you're not, NES want to use save states to help me get through the last bosses, but when I played the NES one, or the Famicom Disk System one, I was like, all right, no save states. I'm going to go from the start of the palace and go all the way through. And if I die, I lose all my lives. Rather, I go back to the start of the palace. We're just going to do it that way. I got it the first try, so no worries. Yeah. But I bring that up because I kind of want to retool like the regular Pile of Shame videos. Like I started this stream as a way to get footage for them, and it didn't really work out, so now I'm just streaming to you all the way I'm doing it right now. But I still can't talk and play at the same time. I still want to make those videos. They'll have to be a little bit different. I gotta use some jump magic here, hold on. This controller is great. It's a little bit bigger than an actual Famicom controller. So if you go back and watch Famicom Dojo videos, and you'll see this nestled uncomfortably in the Famicom's left controller port ever since we replaced it in a video like 10 years ago. It's been like that. Sorry, buddy. But yeah, it doesn't quite fit. Not quite. It gets real close, but doesn't quite get there. Oh, come on. But I love this. It works great. Everyone should have one, really. Yeah. Fantastic. Alrighty. Ooh, yes, please. Yes, please. Come on. Come on. I'm not gonna risk it. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Heck yeah. Do you know how few of those I run into? Not many. Not many. Alright. Whoo, baby! Kept my full life there. Alright. So I didn't go across this bridge, which isn't a huge deal. To cross it anyway. It's a huge deal that I didn't do it. I don't know if you necessarily need the magic I'm going to get here, but it certainly doesn't hurt. That hurt. But the magic doesn't hurt. It's also important to me, so I played this in NSO, right? It's also important to me that I do this on my childhood Zelda 2 card. If you saw it earlier, it's a gold cartridge, which I got in 88 or 89. I thought it was 88, but I watched a Christmas a Christmas video we shot in '88, and I did not get my NES and Zelda 2 that year. So I misremembered. Must have been '89. It could have been '87. That's when this game came out. Or was that when the Japanese game came out? I can't remember. Anyway, so this guy's telling me to beware that the eyes of Ganon are everywhere. Which, if you talk to some of these townsfolk, you will see in action. Not that one. And the closer they are to you when you talk to them... Ooh! No. I don't think the red eyes mattered, because that other girl had red eyes too, but... You know what? There was... I think that's where I wanted to go, was that house. Yeah, there it is. She didn't come out. See, it's not my fault! They don't always come out! She lost her mirror. Okay. This one's so stupid. I hate this one. I remember this. As soon as this happened, I remember what I was supposed to do, because I walked into this room and I'm like, oh, it's under the table. How are you supposed to know this stuff? I don't know. Like, I enjoy the fact that the game has these NPCs and there's like these little quests you can do, but there's not much to them, you know? Like, I really feel like, and I don't remember if Miles mentioned this last time too, but I really feel like this game needs a remake. Like they've remade tons of Zelda games. Well, they've upscaled Wind Waker and Skyward Sword, and gosh, they've done all the 3D Zeldas basically. Like on 3DS you got Ocarina of Time and you've got Majora's Mask, and then I don't. Okay. Twilight Princess was on 3 consoles, but that's because they released it for GameCube and Wii at the same time. But then there's the HD version on Wii U, and then there's the GameCube Wind Waker, which is I got it's a digital download on Wii U, and then Skyward Sword, which was only for Wii, got remade for the Switch. Is that all of them? Feels like that's all of them. The original Zelda hasn't been remade. I mean, it was kind of remade in a way with Link to the Past. Link to the Past hasn't been remade, but it was kind of remade in a way with Link Between Worlds. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were sequels, or at least Link to the Past I feel like is a sequel that like was also a remake, roughly. Especially because it didn't acknowledge the existence of the first game because it took place before the first game. But anyway, I got Life Spell. Let's continue on. Oh, I also have the Gauntlet still from the second palace. I didn't beat the second palace yet. I died against the floaty heads, but I'm gonna check the chat here. I haven't been keeping up on it. Oh, so I found out about the top loader. Nice. Lock with Z, that's right. Yes, we are still getting the video on why the Famicom Disk System version is a different game. I'm stuck though. Which one do you want to see first? Because I really want to do my pile of shame video where I'm basically distilling the things I'm telling you now, and I'm going to show you how to play this game. I'm not going to like do a total walkthrough. It's just like the general thing about the different spells, the thing about where best to grind in this game, because you kind of have to grind, especially if you're not going to use save states whenever you die. To level up to 8 all across the board. And then there are a couple of weird little quirky things. And then finally there's like a general hint I want to give about how to go through the Great Palace at the end. I really want to do that. I don't know if I need to do it because I have these streams. It's probably better for some of the things we're planning later this year that I do the comparison video. And that's also part of the reason why I played the disk system version on the Switch, was so I could start taking notes on what things were different, because I'm sure I could look that up too, and I probably will to supplement things I missed. But I wanted to like call out specific things so that I could take footage of it later. And I even have a few game saves that'll assist me in that. But those differences are really interesting, especially the enemies, the guardians of each palace. Like, some of those are really different. Yeah. And apart from that, Satoshi, the last time we played this, was it this game? Oh, I think it was this game. He linked to me a video from behind the code that explained why the overworld is the way it is. Well, that wasn't exactly what it was about. It was part of what it was about. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's get our magic filled. So now that I have a life spell, let me show you a little trick. Oh, I didn't go in. Dang. Missed it. I love this. Ah, yes. I think in Japanese it's like goo, 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 goo. It's great. Better than zzz. All right. So the code here, and I've known this since I was a kid, to get the light, to get your magic fill, will fill it all the way up. So you can use as many spells in between as you want, and it has to fill up. Like, I can use jump here, I can use shield here, I can use life again if I want to. It just gonna keep going. So especially in some other towns later on, when the magic person is first, as long as you have a life spell, you can just skip the other person. Well, you can skip it forever. Yeah, look at that. Oh. All right, so I talked to Bagu before. This sprite is different, I think. I'm pretty sure this sprite is different on the disk system version for this guy. Yeah, and I can let you help you cross. I'm not gonna cross because I don't want to go that way. We're doing the second palace, y'all. Okay, yeah, Peter, you're right. At the time that this game was released, there weren't a lot of games that did what this game does. Like fetch quests, as you say, were not common. But again, why I think it's ripe for a remake, because like with modern tropes and whatnot, it would be fantastic, right? It'd be just great. Ugh. Ooh. I think it would also help lessen the side-scrolling aspect. How jarring that is. It might be able to either do away with or lessen the impact of like the grinding and points and stuff. Like there's probably a way to accomplish this by either like using more traditional heart containers, because you can only get I have 5 now. You start with 4 magic slots and 4 life slots. You can only get 4 more of each of those, and the way that the game increases those is by making the cost of your spells less as you level up. So there are ways to get rid of the leveling up mechanic, but still hold on, make sure I'm going the right way. So there's ways to get rid of the mechanic, but still stay true to the intent, I guess. They could also like reorganize the overworld, right? Because ever since Ocarina, they've tried to make the overworld have some tie back to it. Because Ocarina was at least at the time one of the earliest points in the timeline. Did I go in here? Hold on, I'm just gonna save here. I don't remember where I saved last time, but Ah! Come on. Dink. Ah. Wow, okay. Yeah, I see how it is. I feel like I've played through this 2 other times on different consoles, so my memory might be of other instances at this point. There we go. Get some more magic, get my life filled up again. Life is so necessary in this game, and I'm glad it came. I thought it came later. My memory was not good on this. Yep, I think this was where I got the magic potion bottle. Or maybe it was just a point bag. I can't remember. Hey, Zen's Path. Long time no see. Okay. So, using this is pretty crucial, but also there's this. So, it'll help you get across the marsh here if you need a little extra help. I think it appears again after you die. I don't remember exactly. There, like that and the fairies that are scattered around the world regenerate. The extra lives that show up do not. Those are single use. And I thought at the time, it's like, oh, I should just save up on those and then just get them whenever I'm going to go to the Great Palace, and that's how I'm going to beat it because I need so many lives. But like realistically, like if you can't beat the game on 1 life, you're not going to beat it. So that's not really going to help me. But I guess at the time, because I don't have save states, or you got to turn the game off at some point if you're doing badly. That it would just help me to have as many tries as possible before I hit a continue to go back to the beginning of the Great Palace. At the very least, that's all the farther back you go, as opposed to all the way to the North Palace where the princess is lying in state or whatever. She's in a state, all right. Sweet, well, I'm glad you dropped in. All right, so I mentioned again last stream, but these statues are important because you can smack them. And then boom, you get some magic there. So this again should have been a hint to me that I was missing some important magic. So, and again, we've already been through most of this palace at this point, but I might have missed some keys and whatnot. So we're gonna have to still do a thorough search, and then we might get some experience points along the way. So, there's no map in this game, unlike. That's a big change from the original Zeldas. There's no map, and that stinks. Like, there's not even a way to like get a map and then use it like there was in the original games. These things like that they could change. They could completely change the layouts of these dungeons too, and I would not complain. Like, the whole way that you play this game could be different. Like they could make it overhead, if they wanted to make like a Minish Cap style. Or if they wanted to go full 3D with it. Either way, like there are lots of opportunities, shall we say. I feel like hold on a second. I feel like the background on this system version is more muted. There's a key. I already got this key. Yep. Ooh. Another thing too that I confirmed in my playthrough was that if you don't get the goodie, like I got the gauntlet and the candle from this palace and the previous palace. The palace usually turns to stone at the end, but it won't turn to stone if you didn't get all the stuff that you're supposed to get in it, which is nice. Because I was like, oh, am I gonna miss it? I don't know. And it ended up being fine. So. Yes. Hammer Brother. The exposure on my TV is a little high. He's not very well defined. His whoa. Okay, so we got this. Didn't miss any keys there. Do I have any keys left? I have no keys left. So I really feel like I need to make sure I've gotten them all. We're gonna be in a lot of trouble. I got to the boss though, right? So I don't really need to do all of this. All right, fair enough. Okay, so the way out is this way. Cool. Again, using this Famicom pad is just great. And if you're new to the stream today, yeah. Sean, how did you use this on the Retron 5? Well, let me tell you at the end of the stream. Let me tell you how I accomplished this marvelous feat. You can probably guess if you're a long-time watcher, but if not, you're gonna learn something new and cool. Ooh, I don't have enough for life. Might die. Should be more careful. Less talky. I hope that I at least level up before I do that. Well, so if I lose all my lives, that I lose my HP. Alright. Ow! Oh god! I was gonna turn around so I could use the shield spell. Whoops. In some cases, it's almost better... Oh god, jeez. Thought I got better at this. In some cases... Oh, I get to level up. Life will go up. I think that's a good idea. Now, if I hadn't died, that would have been great for me. You can cancel. I don't want to do that now because I'm going to have to go up to 1,000 before I can get the next one. You can cancel and skip and go to one of these other things. And but this is the recommended leveling up strategy, and I have no reason to go against it, really. So now it'll take more hits or harder hits to lose a life. My life. Wow, there's some serious slowdown there. There's not even that many things on the screen. All right, and then here, yeah, so between those two things, man, so you should definitely, if you see these things, so again, things I wanted to do for that other video. I was gonna make them the same video, but then it was like, they're really different subjects. I should just make 2 Zelda videos. But the other one, the comparison video is probably, no one's asking for the one that I'm making. I mean, you're all here now watching that video more or less, so that comparison video will be very good to do, so I think I will do it. Okay, so this is where we got the gauntlet, and so we're going to go this way. So right now, it's like I've leveled up a lot. Like I went through this palace, I went through the first palace, and I got 3, 4, 4, and now I'm 3, 4, 5. And you might think to yourself that getting much farther isn't very difficult. And if you were playing the Disk System version, you'd be pretty close to right. But that is not the case once you get close to 8. It ramps up significantly higher. And part of the reason I do not like playing this game, but I found a better way to farm. Dang it. Did I even make it to the boss? Maybe I didn't even make it that far. Feels like I did, though. Feels like... Oh, wow. I am not doing... Ooh! Nope. Give it to me. Give me your coins. No rupees in this game, or rubies. They're not actually called rupees, but everyone I know calls them rupees. Okay. And these guys can be killed, but it takes a lot of hits when you're at this low level. And it's a little dangerous because they'll sap your energy. Now what you can do is every 6... No, they're not going to drop one on me. Every 6 of these jelly guys, they're called bots, I think. Every 6 of them will give you a blue potion. Do I go right or do I go down? I go right. Boom, and I just got lucky. So, if you need to farm ever, if you're like find yourself in a tight spot where you're on your last life, that is a way that you can do it. Oh, I am missing a key. I didn't make it to the boss. Yikes a doodle. Good thing I went this way. Alright, so the statues sometimes... Nope, nothing. Nothing today. Darn it. Ah! Was looking at the chat. Sorry. 1. Is it on the 6 on the same screen, or can I keep doing this? 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. So, how did I learn this? Did I remember it from my childhood? Did I read it somewhere? No? I remembered it from when I was a kid, but not the specifics of how and why it worked. Just that sometimes it would drop it, but I found out it was pretty consistently every 6 times, not like randomized like I originally thought it was. I'm gonna save here just to save us some time. Not that I can't do it, but we're not able to. So, oh boy. Come here, quivering little idiot. So I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk... Oh no! I think I have enough for shield yet, though. Oh, okay. Hold on. Is this worth it? Probably not. Ah! Oh, dang it! I had it, and then I second guessed myself. All right, hold on. All right. There we go. All right. The red potions fill a lot, but they're not infinite. But yeah, if you get one, you can absolutely use life right away, and it should fill, especially at this level, it should fill a lot. Enough, basically. I want your points. This is kind of a waste because I think once I fight, well, there might be enough of these that I'll level up again. Ow. 150 to go. I don't know. That's 100. Okay. 50. Oh, no, this guy's worth more. That was the 100. The 50, this is the 100. I think it's going to be attack next, which I probably need. Ah. Oh! Mwah! Okay. Yeah, so I didn't get totally full right there, but this should be enough to get me through. So, like, yeah, if I had come through here with a life spell at all, I'd be, like, stuck in whatever I was at. Whew! Alright, so just to, So that can happen. That's nice, just right when I needed it. I believe that we're, yep, okay, so you see those curtains. You know it's curtains for the bad guy, or curtains for you if you're not prepared. I don't have enough magic to get life again, so I'm just going to use shield. Don't think I really need jump for this. Alright. So this bad guy right here, there's actually two of him in the Disk System version. And this version we're fighting here is actually the second one. He's only in this game once. So we get the harder version up front. The easier version, oh boy. Ow, 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 ow! Dang it! I could have made it. And good for me, I had enough life, and then I have refilled all my gauges. So the easier version, I can't talk and play at the same time. The easier version only has the one helmet that comes off. So I'm gonna stop talking so I can. Gotta throw my body. I just throw it. Just gonna get this ready. Dang it. This is pathetic. Come on! What the heck? Can't do it with you watching. Turn around. Oh! Yeah, why not? Jeepers. Oh, that was good. So I got some points for beating him, and now when I get to the end here, I'll get another level up. Just fantastic. Okay, magic, yep, let's do it. All right, so I got 3 levels just by playing today. Yep, and now it's stone. So, I mean, that was the goal of the stream. We're gonna keep going though because it's only been 45 minutes. If I hadn't been jabbering so much, I could have gotten it done a lot faster. But had a lot to talk about with you guys, so I don't mind that at all. Can you tell I love this game? I love this game. It is one of my favorites. Maybe it's because I'm pretty sure we're not going to get a remake ever. I mean, that's the case I'm going to make in the Pile of Shame video, that like it needs a remake so bad. There's so much quality here that could be improved upon. But, I mean, a lot of the elements have been used in later games, but I really feel like, excuse me, to respect it fully, because even flipping, and it took almost 30 years, but even Link's Awakening got a remake. Is it really just the first 2 Zeldas that haven't? And Link to the Past, I guess, technically. I mean, I know it was made by Capcom, but the Oracle games, like they could remake that into one game and like add the, well, I guess they're, maybe not one game, but I don't know. Like that was supposed to be like a 3-way cross-link thing, and they didn't do it that way. But they should. I'd still play it. Oh, you found my mirror. Yeah, I already, yeah. Yep, did that. Been there, done that. You can't hold this man down. This free bird's gotta fly. Gonna go with this old lady though. Hold on. And we continue. You know Bagoo? I know Bagoo. All right. Is this the only mainline Zelda you finished, or Link's Awakening, or which one were you referring to? And now we are in Death Mountain. Looks a little bit different than the last time we saw it, huh? I mean, allegedly it's the same one, but it certainly isn't in the same place that it was in the first game, which is weird, right? I saw a fan map once where they tried to like show all the different hold on. I'm doing a lot of down thrust. Where they showed all the different Zelda maps and tried to make it like one map, like one land of Hyrule, and you just like play like in a different area of Hyrule every time. It was pretty clever. I really enjoyed it. So basically, the part of Hyrule that we were in is like south of this to make this make sense. There's, I think, multiple paths through Death Mountain. I mean, there's really only one way out, but to get there are multiple ways. And there's nothing in here, per se, that you actually need. So, getting through is more important than the path you take. These are all nuggets of wisdom for the video. And that's kind of what I decided I wanted to do with Pile of Shame was I wanted to do like a research one where I basically did like a Let's Play for a little bit with my first half dozen or so that I did. And then I didn't like do much more. But it doesn't feel like that's very valuable to people. Like I should play games that I like and know a lot about, and I should like share that knowledge with people is kind of the conclusion I came to. So I like this game a lot. I can't expect them to watch hours-long streams in multiple parts. But I could do a Pile of Shame on it, especially when it's a game like this one that's hard to play and people might not want to, if they had some guideposts. And what also got me thinking about that too was I was playing the Myst games, right? And I hate the walkthroughs that exist for almost any game, but especially puzzle games. Like there's a way that you're supposed to solve a puzzle. And I'd rather be given a hint as to what the game designer is trying to get me to do and then try and do it rather than be like, oh, do this, this, and this. Because some of them are also kind of geared towards speed running. So it would break the sequence of when you'd learn something and it would just tell you to do this random thing that didn't make any sense for what you were supposed to be doing because it would just save you some time for some spot later in the game. And that's not what I'm about. Like I just want a hint, like a proper hint. God, definitely gonna jump here. Okay, make it. All right, just need a little bit of momentum. All right, we're gonna skip this guy because I cannot protect against this axe, not yet. There's a spell that comes later, but it's a bit later. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, did I die? Ooh, almost. Sanka, you dead? Oh my god. Oh, what the? Ugh. So that boss I was fighting, right? Like, was part of what's so tough about him is that like he's a higher than Link, so I got to jump to get him, but I also don't want to get smushed. So it's the strategy there is you gotta throw your body at him and then use the ricochet to your advantage. And this is one of those situations where it's probably smart to level up here. Ow. Spend time in Death Mountain to get to the next level. But I don't want to waste your time with that. So I'm not gonna do it. I think I'm going the right way. This looks familiar. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Build up. Oh. Dang it. Use shield so I can at least get through here, because I gotta get past him to get what I'm getting here. So yeah, magic management, you know, using life, like leveling up, like these are all things you got to worry about, and they make the game a little bit less fun. Like there's still the item quests, as typical per Zelda, and there's the magic thing, which is new to the series, but apart from that, there's some very like un-Zelda-like things, like the platforming. Like there was a little bit of it in Link's Awakening, and before that you had sort of a side-scrolling version when you went underground to get the goodie items in that game. Oh, shoot. But, like, you know, apart from that, oh, two of them. Oh, I needed those points. Okay. Don't get cocky, kid. Can't fight those yet. Just gotta let them jump into oblivion. Oh, I didn't get a lot of good air on one of those jumps, and it made me nervous. So, oh, I need life. Give me life. Oh. Ah! Where did I save last? I really should have saved before I went in there. Hold on. Oh no. Ah! Alright. Alright. I'll take my lumps. That was some bad playing, y'all. That was real bad. I deserve that. Well, I almost leveled up going through Death Mountain, so maybe I get to do it again. Hello, Alexa! Oh, this is only... So Zelda 2 is the only one that you didn't finish. There's a lag? Hold on a second. Okay, sorry. Just for you, I think you're trying to say. I was a little worried that my audio was out of sync. So, here we go. Hold on. I lost my part of my microphone here. Ugh. All right. Well, now that I have multiple lives, I should be able to get through Death Mountain without having to continue. Didn't come across any Link dolls yet. which is funny because the sprite for that is the same one that is used in the overworld. So yeah, on the overworld you see like the water move and like lava move if you get near the palace. There's also slowdown that happens, like slowdown, and the music will play slowly too, and that only happens in the NES version. Sorry, let me rephrase all of that. In the disk system version, it's smooth. The music plays. The music is wave synthesis, and the enemies look different. Yeah. In the NES version, they had to reprogram all the music. They changed the sprites to be more gooder, and oh, excuse me. That's all cool, but the reason they did that is that I guess there was a lot of what was it, bank switching? I don't know. This wasn't part of the video I was talking about, but it did explain why. Was it part of the? I can't remember. There were multiple videos about Zelda 2 I watched. There was one about the sprites and how things are displayed on the game, like memory locations and stuff for when and how enemies appear, how they're spawned. It's good stuff. I should link it in the description to this video. But the stuff about why the overworld changed, I don't remember all the details of, because again, I don't think it was the focus of that video I watched. All right, good. Yeah, part of the reason I got XSplit was so that I could adjust the audio because, well, part of the issue was that on my older laptop that I was using, it was very frequently out of sync. I got this newer one and it's less of an issue, but I still have to set it for like 150 milliseconds or something. And I could do negative adjustments on audio sources and whatnot. XSplit has its own weird quirks, but I've enjoyed it so far. I used to use Streamlabs, but that's the one that didn't have as many options to correct issues like that. So. It was the best $150-ish I spent in 2020, 2021? 2021 sounds right. So that I could keep doing these streams. But then I also got a new laptop, unexpectedly, but vitally apparently, because the one I was using was just barely keeping up with the streaming. You know, now, I'm just going to cast shield since I have the magic to do so. That should help. I should probably just use shield throughout most of this, honestly. I don't have to use life so much. Yeah, and the spell only lasts for one screen, so if there were to remake this, I'm not sure how that would work exactly, if it'd be timed, if it'd be more like something that they would do with, like Breath of the Wild. I was excited for that, by the way. That's also what got me thinking about playing this game, was that, you know, we have a sequel to a very popular Zelda game, and this was a sequel to a popular Zelda game. I'm hoping that Tears of the Kingdom is not going to be like Zelda 2, at least as far as critical reception. I hope it's going to be a game that I enjoy very much, though. Which reminds me, I still haven't finished Breath of the Wild. Partly because I didn't want it to end, so I kind of stopped playing. But then I got to a point where it's like, well, I'll just grind and get more of the not temples, what are they called? The shrines? And I didn't really feel like doing that anymore. So, ow. So I don't want to be like obnoxious and like authoritative and say there's nothing in Death Mountain that you really need, except for the thing I died at. Because there are those forest bits in there, and that could come into play later. Ah! No! Well, at least it came out a little bit ahead of when I went in. Yeah, so it's something I'm going to test out when I make that video. Ah! I might even have a save state that I can use to test it out without having to like start all the way over. Which, interestingly too, like I have some choices on how I want to demonstrate those different games. Because I could do this. I could do the Famicom Mini in NES Classic Edition, which I might do that. I don't... if I were to use the original hardware for the disk system, I would need to fix probably the Twin. Well, it doesn't really matter which one, because I can use my regular disk system on the Twin. That's not an issue. I mean, it'd be a little silly, but I do have two bands. I could fix both of them. I probably should, assuming that I can. Because the worst part's the alignment afterwards. Getting the calibration done. Calibrations? Garrus intensifies. I have to make that joke during the video. I want to do a disk system band replacement video to help noobs like me get through the process. But I feel like I should do it once and then use the other band to do the other one. I'm not really a hardware repair guy though, so I definitely want to make this in a way that will be helpful to people. You know? Again, shortcuts, tips, and tricks kind of thing. Ah. Come on. Come on. Ugh. We didn't quite make it to the end before, right? Ow! Ugh! Criminy. Dang it. I'm gonna die again, aren't I? Make it. I mean, it is called Death Mountain. You know, it's not just a clever name, I guess. I don't remember it being this hard though. Like, I remember having better luck the last time I played it. Maybe I was being more careful. I wasn't talking, that's for sure. Dang it. Oh. One hit. Oh, your little degree in hardware repair, huh? Maybe you can give me some pointers. I know that Gary from Rock Solid does these repairs, but I really want to do it myself, which means I haven't done it. So, yeah, if I could have just done this, like, the shield's giving me confidence to do it. Boom! All right, so this is like... This is the only item that's not in the palace, because there's only 6 palaces, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items. There's 2 items that aren't in the palace. And that's one of them. Ugh. I realize that there's two is not good grammar. But there are two, which is better grammar, still sounds funny. Anyway, I've been watching enough of these behind the code videos that I kind of want to try NES programming, just on an emulator, mind you. But even so, or at least monkeying around. Oh. 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 Can't fight those yet. Too low. Too low. Getting out of here is going to be the death of me. Oh, no, I didn't have to go this way. I was about to quote, I didn't know I was supposed to be here today, and that got me thinking, did you guys watch Clerks 3? Have you seen it? I wasn't able to see it in theaters. And I got it on Blu-ray on Christmas time, I want to say. And I didn't watch it until a couple of weeks ago, and man, it wrecked me. It absolutely destroyed me. I'm still thinking about it. Just dang it, Kevin Smith. I was also greeted, man after my own heart, besides, you know, the dick and fart jokes. I was greeted to this, like, felt like a 10-minute rant about how important it is to support physical media. So I put the disc, and that's the first thing that plays is a thank you from Kevin Smith for supporting physical media. And I'm like, yes! When we make our Blu-ray, that's what I'm gonna do too. Yeah, you damn near cried? I did cry several times. I had to stop. That's how much I was crying. I also didn't want to stop, but also had to for other reasons. So I was like thinking about it in between watches. That made it worse. Like I couldn't just get through it and have it be over. It's like I stopped at two different important spots and I couldn't continue, and I couldn't go to bed that night without finishing it. I think I did. Did I? Yeah, I think I watched the rest of it in the morning or something. Anyway, all right, I got that hammer item. That is one of the 3 items you can use in the overworld. So to use that, we got our handy dandy B button. We're just going to push that. Push the direction and B. Is it A? It's A. Sorry. The other one's B. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to stab it because in the disk system version, you stab this stuff. And that's the last version I played in between streams. Sorry. All right, so I increased my magic ability. There's nothing else here, at least right now. I don't think there's anything here at all, but I think I'll do well to put a save state in. I wouldn't say it's smooth sailing from here on out, because like there's this pit here. I was gonna slide into that guy. Oh! Nope! Not doing that. Not today. My own fault, mind you, but still not doing it. There is a spot through here where it feels like, oh my god, more, and then you are free and clear. I don't think there's anything here. Pretty sure that there isn't. So we're getting to the point in the game where like things really start to unlock, and it gets a lot better than it has been. There's nothing here. I thought that there was. Dang it. Like we had a pretty good upgrade getting the life potion. That's like the first major thing that makes this game. That's like a necessary thing that makes this game really start to pop. There's a fire spell that you get later that only really had meaning in this version of the game. Like, it feels like the Disk System version was a prototype, despite other things about it being better. But the fire spell was basically useless in that game, so they made it a little less useless in this one. But that's we're not quite to fire spell territory yet. We haven't seen our 4th town yet. We're real close though. All right, we'll go in there in a bit. Let's go in there now. Why not? Here we are at the at King's Tomb. Not sure which king it is. Is it Zelda's dad, or is it an older king? Is it like the original king? Is it all of their tombs? I don't really know. They don't make it clear. Oh, excuse me. Get out of here. Oh no. Oh no. Not ready for you yet. Not ready for you. Ugh. Okay. Okay, get that filled. I think, isn't this the... I thought that the magic lady was here. I'm having a lot of luck with doors today. Door? Ask Heir of Ruto about the palace. So, that guy was like, I am Heir, out of nowhere. You may think it's like some kind of like bad code or whatever, but no, his name is actually Heir, especially if you look at the Japanese version. Well, friends, we get to talk to that guy. All right, got myself a jump spell, because we're going to do this. Bam! In addition to the 8 spells you can get in these towns, there are 2 abilities that you can unlock. And this is my favorite one. It is the most goodest one. I got myself the down thrust. Oh, it transforms this game. Utterly transforms the way that you play it. I am probably stealing from Bombs there in the Patreon. The Patreon? Oh, that too. He's a patron. But in the Discord, we were talking about this game quite a bit after we streamed it last month. Yeah. Just incredible. Okay, what does she need? Please, my daughter is sick. Help her. All right. Can't help her in town though. This is where I gotta do some more things in finagling. All right, but fortunately for us, what did I just get? I got an incredibly helpful item that will allow me to break through bricks or through roadblocks such as this one. Bam! Goodbye. We're done with you. So now you don't have to go through Death Mountain anymore unless we want to. There's really no reason to. You can beat the game without doing that again. Pretty sure. All right, now I can down thrust and get rid of those guys. Oh, you little pesky pesks. Not so tough now, are ya? Whoa, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Just bouncing on everyone's heads now. Just bobbing and weaving. Right, yes, ready for Smash Brothers. Love it. One of the things, so I think Bombs also, was it Bombs and someone else? We kind of went playing through the game together So it's another reason that I couldn't wait, because I was playing it with somebody, kind of. You cannot use the up thrust on the Thunderbird boss, unfortunately. What are you gonna do? Oh, I guess before I go this way, I'm gonna go north. I'm gonna go to Ruto. It's interesting how, like, when you first go through that, you knock it down. It's not desert, but it's got like the white of the desert on it, and then it's only after you go into a town or the screen changes, basically, that like it becomes a full desert tile. I'm not sure why that is. Why it doesn't become full desert right away, or stay as a road colored desert. It's interesting. I wonder if it's. I don't know. Someone have to look at the code and tell me. I don't know. Or I could look at it. But yeah, the way that Zelda 2, a lot of NES games really use memory space, because there's not much of it that they have, is fantastic. Where is Air? Was he in that first building? Did I go past it? I forgot why I was here. Yep, I missed him. Shoot. There it is. There you are, my guy. South of King's Tomb in Mido. Mido? Mido? There's a tunnel. If it was Japanese, I'd say it was Mido. Is it called that? I'm gonna look up the... Hold on. There's even a picture of the up and down thrust in here. It's like, yes, you want to learn these abilities. Yes! Patience, and you will learn. It does not... There's Mido Town. I guess that's close enough. Okay. There's a bit of a delay between me and YouTube already, and so I just watched myself hold up the instruction booklet to the screen. A little trippy. I'm gonna take a shortcut. You can't hurt me anymore. Ow! Well, it can hurt me a little bit. Not much. Not much. Yeah. So the water would be moving here if I was on the disk system version. But then that slowdown doesn't happen on the disk system version either. And these rocks do come back. So I go into a town and the rocks come back. I go into a random encounter and they turn into desert. Whatever. Actually, I could probably... Yeah! Ooh. Not so tough now, are ya? No, I need that. So we've been going along for a while now. We haven't gotten to another palace yet. There's a lot to do, but they kind of make up for it because two of the palaces end up coming kind of fast and furious. And it's... I want to say it's this game that sets that precedent, but I don't think it is. I think it's more fair because there's 7 dungeons. 8 if you count Death Mountain and Ganon. There's 7 dungeons in the original Zelda game, so it feels like that's where that came from, really. But I don't want to say they have more personality because that's not right either. But it's just there's something different about it, but the same. Still very Zelda-ish. I don't know, so I don't know if I'm making this up or if I'm thinking of a different game that it was based on, but like, I don't know if this was meant to be a Zelda game at first. So this is one of those things where they're like, oh, we're developing this thing and like Zelda might work for it. Or if it's even Zelda I'm thinking of. There we go. Much better. Ooh. All right, so this is another MacGuffin. So the first one we got was a trophy. It was like an angel statue. This one is an elixir of life. I don't even have it in my inventory. Like I don't even know that I have it. but some bits flipped somewhere in the game code that's like, yep, you got that thing now. And different dialogue will happen. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Simon's Quest. Just as obtuse, just as frustrating. But I also love Simon's Quest. What does that say about me? Anyway. You know, a lot of the games I've been playing lately, I don't have a lot to say about it. And I talk about other things like, well, I talked about Clerks for a little bit here, but like when I've spent 26 weeks playing Chrono Trigger, you guys, and I have had very little to say about it because I have no history with it. It's my first time ever playing it. So, you know. But like almost every step of the way here, I've had something to say about Zelda 2. So another good reason to either research games before I play them on the stream, or just have played them before. Okay. Let's fill up. Oh yeah. A little for Link, a little for me. All right. I think I'm missing something. Oh, yep. Didn't get the magic yet. Because I was like, where do I get that? Where do I get that? It's in this town. The thing I just went to go get. So I had to go, this is the only part of the fetch quest where I had to like go all the way across Hyrule to really resolve it. Most of them are, there are two of them that are in the same town. I already went through one of them. Like now that I've played through this game twice, my memory of like what to do is a lot better. Like I'd be fumbling around still. Be like, where should I go? What should I do? And it might be interesting from the perspective of like watching someone play and try and figure it out. But it's probably more interesting and more advantageous of the time that I have with you guys to like just get right to it. And then maybe you'll want to come back for the next time we play this game or other games. Right? That's the way I see it. And so I got that fairy spell. I guess in the interest of... Because what would you do if you were playing this game for the first time? You'd try it, right? I turned into a fairy! Look at me! And now I'm stuck like this until I leave the screen. Which fortunately I can do in without having to go through the door. The door isn't really a door, it's just a background element, and it's really walking out the edge of the screen that does it. So, I have 4 spells now out of 8. I'm about to go to the 3rd palace, and I have 3 items. So, there's still an item in the palace, right? Like, this didn't like replace one of them. Okay, now, no! Criminy. Hold on a second. There was something else here. This place is pretty decent to grind. Pretty decent. There it is. Ooh. Just what I needed. So it almost filled me up on my life anyway. Or my magic. Okay, go south. Oh, and you can even see the palace in the corner there. Woo! Love that down thrust. So, if I didn't have the magic yet, I would be hosed, but you saw me use it, and we all know I just gotta do that. So just like the jump spell, it was helpful. It's not the only place I can use it. Like jump is useful-ish in a bunch of different spots, but fairy has more applications to it. There's a few necessary spots, and it's a really expensive one though, so I don't want to like abuse it. All right. Is there? No, it's not here. It's Ah! Thought I turned around. Apparently I didn't. Aha. Okay, and that's where I should probably stop it. I'm thinking. Let's see how far we can get. Let's do that. Ew! Sometimes that happens if you want to get a potion. All you gotta do is leave and come back. It's no big deal. Just don't fight him. Leave and come back. It's no big deal. All right. Like I was saying. Honestly, you know, if it didn't stink so much, I thought we'd get through this other palace here, but I did not do it. Yeah, I think the backgrounds, are a lot more muted in the disk system version. Like to the point I could see that they were different, but I didn't know why they were different. And I think this is the reason why. Ow! I mean, I would like to use up my last life here and at least get that far. Love the game design here. Love it. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Tempting you with enemies you can only down thrust. Is it here? Is it somewhere else? It must be somewhere else. Next screen. Alright, see ya! Thanks for coming! Probably already gone, huh? Just keep playing this game one-handed. There it is. Boom. Love it. Love that game design. Ah! Another thing. Oh, I have 6 life slots now? Ow! Boomeranging jerk dart. Alright. I don't think I'm gonna make it, guys. This life might be the only one I have left. It may end very soon. I mean, I could fight all these enemies, but time is not on my side right now, so... Okay. Woo! Made it! If I don't make that jump, I gotta use the jump spell to get across, and I don't know how much magic I'm going to need here. Like getting a key would be nice. Let's do that. Defeating this guy would be good too. Don't think I have enough life or enough for a life spell right now. I don't even know if that guy can jump. Another thing that's similar to like the original Zelda games is like there's like the yellow red-blue progression of difficulty for the different enemies. So, like, a lot of them are yellow to start with, and then they become red and blue. Some of them are only red, but they might have blue variations, or some might not at all. And that's something that I'm really glad that they kept and brought back in Breath of the Wild, when they had the white variant. And then is there a silver? I don't remember. Someone refresh my memory. But there's like a super rare one after white, isn't there? Alright, I have enough for life now. Hate these things. Hate them. Okay, can't up thrust, so I can't go up there. Thankfully, I don't need to go up there. So yeah, I remember now when I was playing the last stream that I was going through that last palace, and I was like having a hard time beating these guys, right? Like shield would have helped immensely, especially because I didn't have as much attack power then. Life would have helped as well. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it, especially with these jerks. Especially because of how I'm gonna have to get this key. Oh yeah, I'm hosed, guys. This is fine, Sean. What do you mean? Oh, you don't understand why I hate these guys. Oh no, I have to go this way. Ah! Can't up thrust yet. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna? Could. Ah, that's it. Okay, all right. I'm gonna call it quits here. Oh, I have 1 life left. All right, all right. I got the key. I can just go. I'm out of here. Do I have a leftover key from a different palace? That can't be right. Did I get 2 keys? I did get 2, but I used 1. I feel like I made a mistake of not going to the right previously. I don't know what the right thing to do is. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go this way. Yeah, this feels like the right thing to do right now. I should have done it first, maybe. Yeah, there's a key here. Fantastic. I want his points. You're not gonna fall in the lava. So even though I have down thrust, there's certain enemies like this guy, you know, armored, that you can't down thrust. Keeps the challenge alive, I guess. But fewer hits now because I have level 4 sword. You know, just go blindly jumping into Niznit. God, can I get 200 more points before I die? Not at this rate. Whew, almost filled. Oh, oh, oh no. Shield was cheaper than life. Wow, he's taking a lot of hits. Ugh! Only 150? I need 150 more? I'm not gonna make it! Alright, the most important thing happened there. So, alright. Nope, worthless. Make dumb mistakes like that in the normal game, you can't really go back. Okay. Gotta make these jumps. Really want those 150 points, y'all. Can I do it? Can I do it? I might be able to get a potion there, but I somehow doubt it. Ooh! There we go. I could just farm those, but there aren't a lot of them, and it would take a while. Don't have enough for, don't have enough for, words are hard. I have one key left. Ah! Did I mention that I'm loving this controller? I'm loving this controller. Okay. What are you? You're 50? Just need 2 more of those. Alright, I'm gonna do it! Oh, is it gonna be worth it? Be 100. Yes! Well, I could have used my life going up, but I'll take attack. Make that fight with the Oh! That's it! Alright, we're done. We're done. That's a good stopping point. Thank you all. Go to save. Thank you all for joining me this evening. We won't be playing this game again next week. I've played this twice. I want to move on to ones we haven't played before. I think next week we'll do Gargoyle's Quest. I haven't played it before. I also have Metroid. I also have Metroid Prime Remastered, but I wanted to get a certain controller to play that one, and talk a little bit about that because that's going to be a prelude to a video I'm going to do. So speaking of videos that we're going to do, I mentioned the Famicom Nintendo Switch Online games. We're going to be doing one about that. We're also going to be updating our information about how to get the Switch Online games from the eShop, the Japanese eShop, because that's changed. They made it easier. Like, it's changed in a good way, but also there are more games to talk about. And that kind of came out of the script I was writing for the Famicom controllers, because I realized, oh, there's a spot that I need to update, and doing the Game Boy NSO made me realize, oh, they've changed how the whole Switch Online thing works, and centralized it in a really, really awesome way. So rather than like take a break in the middle of this other video to talk about that topic, or throw to the older video, which people watch and they like it, but there are parts that people don't like. So I wanted to make a version of it that's updated for 2023 and also has fewer of the things that people don't like. So that's 2 videos right there. But I also am releasing one this week, another Dojo snack, which talks about this guy and how I hooked this up to the Retron. Short hint. If you go back through the catalog, you will see something that I used to play a Famicom peripheral on an NES. It didn't work for that, but it worked for this. I mean, I think I proved in that video it worked for this, and that's what I did. That video will be up tomorrow. And if you're on Patreon right now, you can watch the first 3 minutes of it. For everyone, I kind of think it's typically for our extra credit Patreon supporters, but because of a rendering error I had, which I'm able to fix, and I'm a little halfway through it, I had the video finished and ready to go, except there were some really awful rendering artifacts, and they had to do with the effect I use. So I have to use a different one that does the same thing, but it'll make the video look better. For that reason, I think it'll fix another little rendering artifact problem I've been having. So guess I won't use that anymore or find a better editor. I think that my laptop can handle DaVinci Studio or any other PC rendering software going forward. But yeah. Hey, Bombs! You came! You can bypass their shield easily if you jump and attack just before you landing. Well, that's good to know. Too busy fighting, I didn't read it. Yeah. Oh, John McJury is here. I missed your comment, sir. Have I played Majora's Mask Ocarina of Time? I have, and I have the 3DS version of Majora's Mask that I was playing for quite a bit. Oh man, I think I stopped around the 2016 presidential campaign. Dang it. Since then, my 3DS is on the fritz. Like, I've tried replacing the battery. There's something wrong with the 3DS. They don't make those things anymore, and the eShop shut down, so that's a bummer. But I have that as a hard version anyway. But yeah, Majora's Mask is kind of like Zelda 2, one of my favorite Zelda games. I have a thing for the sequels, the direct sequels to other games. So I'm hoping that Tears of the Kingdom will be like, I really like Breath of the Wild, but maybe I'll love Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe. I spent a lot of time in Breath of the Wild, guys. Like, I don't want to stop short of saying I loved that game, but I really did enjoy it. Anyway. Shouldn't miss any other comments. Death Mountain is as inevitable as Tax Mountain. Nice. So, okay, to talk about the videos that we're doing. We have a plan for our anniversary coming up. The Famicom Dojo anniversary is a day after the Famicom's anniversary, which is the 40th anniversary, you guys. We released our first video just shy, like a year shy of the 25th anniversary for Famicom. So in honor of both of those things, we're doing something new and special. And if you've been with us on the Discord, which I should totally drop a link for, you will have some clue as to what I'm talking about. But I don't want to drop too many hints about that yet because I'm not 100% sure we're going to be able to pull it off. Maybe we can partially pull it off, but I want to fully pull it off. It sounds a little rude. I'm dropping a link to the Discord right in your chat. So you should hang out with us there. You can learn a little bit more. We talk about these things. We talk about these games after the streams typically too. Did I really die 4 times? Whatever. 4 times that I saved and didn't go back to save states. I'm trying to do at least a video a month until July. So this might be the one I do. There's other ones in the back burner. There's one that Vinnk and I are planning, like a new one that Vinnk and I are planning as well, that we'll both do together. And then other ones he can squeeze into, but that's like the one that we're planning to do together because his schedule is way crazier than mine. His job is way more demanding, and he has 1 more child than I do, and they're on average all older. So, yeah. Is there any other things I can tease in the meantime? So I got this. I'll be doing a video about this. My original plan was to do a shorts video about it, but the last few weeks of us doing an excerpt from our catalog to help celebrate our 15th anniversary, which was last year, hasn't done well. Like when we first started putting out shorts, like they were doing gangbusters basically, right? But like now we put them out, and there were ones that like I put out on like Facebook Reels that like blew the other ones out of the water, and like I put it up on YouTube and it gets like half the views of the other ones. And that's the way that YouTube works, right? Like it's not social media, so it's harder to share within YouTube to get more hits to it. So basically, if it doesn't hit, it's one of 2 times. If it doesn't hit right away when you upload it, and like take off like a rocket then. Or I've been finding sometimes for no apparent reason, 24 hours later after I upload it, it'll hit that jet fuel. If it doesn't happen in that 45 minutes or so where it's going to put the video out, it's done. And I put out one that I was like, all right, people are going to like it. People are going to watch more than 100% of it. People are going to not swipe away. All three of those things happened and YouTube still didn't serve it. So it's like, what else do you want from me? I don't understand. It's got a bit of a tail on it, so it's been like, but shorts videos are like a whole different thing. So I'm really leery about doing a history video in a minute that might not get viewed. On the other hand, people might be more interested in watching it. It's hard though because we can't pick our own thumbnails, which I don't think matters the way that YouTube Shorts are presented now. Like you used to be able to do thumbnails for them, and I still have some of the old ones up, but it might not matter anymore. But it doesn't matter if people like watch and swipe away for whatever reason. So it's like if it's not a good Shorts video, at least if I like go through the pain of making it, I can put it up as a regular video too. So maybe I'll do that because the story I want to tell with these manuals is interesting. I like it. I think it's great. But I gave you a little bit of tease with that too. And then this video we're putting out, this snacks video we're putting out tomorrow is also more of a tease of things to come, things we've been doing. And that's kind of the point of the snacks videos. It's like, as I'm working on other things or just playing video games or whatever, it's like, oh, here's this thing they might want to know about. Kind of situation where instead of like planning it a whole lot ahead of time, I'll give you one hint. It's another Retron 5 experiment. Hence why the adapter I've been mentioning, plays a role. But it's one I've been thinking about for a while, and then I finally tried to do, and I didn't know how I felt about it, but I really like it now, so I hope you guys like it too. That being said, I hope we get something else done for April. No promises. We have a lot to get through and do. I mentioned two other things. I mentioned the Metroid thing. I got to get something for that still before I can finish that, but I'm thinking we can get one more out this month, but I really don't want to shortchange our longer term goals in doing so because I'm doing these little things like I really want to get back to the meat of Famicom Dojo. I probably shouldn't do this. I want to get back to the meat of Famicom Dojo this year. And it's been going pretty good though since we started putting up shorts, started putting up new videos February. We've had like an explosion of subscribers. I was gonna say subs and then I paused and then subscribers. Anyway, it's been really cool. It's like weird when you post videos, people like your channel and stuff. It's so strange. But the last time that we did one of these streams, also people were really excited about it. So we've had strategies for how to like grow this channel. So if you're not subscribed to Famicom Dojo as well as this one, now is the time. If you only came here because you saw the shorts video promoting this stream, you should also subscribe to our main channel, which I'm going to put in the chat right meow. You should go and subscribe to that too. Because that's where all the really good stuff is. I mean, this is good, this is pretty good, but that's where the really good stuff is. So, and again, that's where all the things I'm talking about are going to end up being. So cool. I hope you had fun with us and join us next week. I mentioned Patreon a whole bunch of times. I'm going to mention them again because now we got to thank our Patreon supporters. And we have a producer tier and a Dojo Disciple tier. And both of those have, well, the Dojo Disciple tier has the right to this, and I've extended it for the moment to the producers as well. We'll see how that goes long term. But our Dojo Disciples for the month of April 2023 are Andrew Greeley, Bombs, Daniel Hathcock, and Earl Grey III. Our producers are Buttlord, Jodes Forever, Keith Robinson, Lena Blue, Peter Burrell, and Rachel Moser. And the other special thing about these guys, we have a new perk for them. as of this last month, which is that they get to pick one of these Sean Plays videos every month. So we put up the selections that are available for the upcoming month. People are making their choices now. If you have not made your choice yet, and you know who you are because I read your name off, go to patreon.com/Famicom Dojo now and make your selection. Go to the post. You can make it right there in the post. You can message me if you don't want everyone else to see it. Whatever you want to do. You can conspire together to pick one game because it's a random drawing, and whatever one we pick, we are going to play this month. At the end of this month, we're going to play one of your selections. Until then, we have 2 more weeks that we're going to play stuff. I think next week we'll be back on Fridays, and then the week after we might be back on Tuesdays again. It's going to be a weird month, guys. I'm very sorry. But we will announce the game we are playing on that 3rd stream, the week before we actually do it. And then that same week, we'll put up the selections for May. We're going to keep doing this all year. So if you want to be able to make a selection for next month, because this month, April's already foreclosed, I'm sorry. Well, I don't know. I guess if you join now and you vote and you go to that post and you vote before I make the selection, I can't really stop you. I'm not gonna. So join now as a producer and you can help pick our next game. If not, extra credits a great place to be because we have all of these great extras. We usually put up some bloopers after every video. Oh man, I gotta make a blooper for this next one. And we have in progress stuff, which is what I mentioned earlier at the top of this show. And also like other drafts and things like A/B stuff like, hey, does this look better or this? Like we give you guys a chance for feedback. At extra credit. But otherwise, if you join us at even as $1, which is better than an ad, as we always like to say, you can see our videos, our new videos, before anyone else. Ideally a week beforehand, but only a day in this case. So all the things I'm talking about, all these videos I'm teasing, you will get to see them. You will get to help influence how they are made. And I really wouldn't have it any other way because we couldn't do this without you. So thank you again. That's Famicom Dojo / whoops, nope. This FamicomDojo.tv, which is our website, where I haven't been updating our video links as often as I should. But patreon.com/Famicom Dojo. Cast your votes, read the things. We have an update where I mentioned a lot of things I talked about now. I mentioned the plan going forward. So that's free to everybody, even if you haven't subscribed yet. So that's the first post you should probably be able to see. If you are not a patron yet, please read that. If that doesn't encourage you to sign up, then maybe this weird rambly rant will. Who's to say? But go there now. Please sign up. And let's make April the best month ever until May and then June. You know what I'm saying, right? We have lots of things coming up, and now is the time to join to see it all and get your name in the credits. If you are a producer or higher, your name will be in the credits of these videos we're putting up as well, and I'm reading them off here. Once we do a podcast again, because again, it's been a while, we'll read your name off there too. So, cool. I have been jabbering a lot. Thank you all for sticking around. There are more of you here than there were 10 minutes ago. Thanks for listening to my ramblings. Be sure to subscribe to Famicom Dojo on YouTube to see our new video tomorrow. And until next time, the dojo is down thrusting for a better future. I don't know.
Famicom Dojo.